He didn't like that he had to depend on me. And I didn't want to start a fight because it was always a black eye, a broken nose, a busted lip.
To music fans around the world, Tina Turner was undeniably simply the best. But beyond the glittering success of her groundbreaking career, her life was marked by profound personal tragedies. From the loss of her sons and an abusive ex-husband to ongoing health struggles, Tina Turner faced unimaginable challenges. Stay with us as we uncover Tina Turner's untold story, her lifestyle, the causes of her death, and reveal her net worth. Her family treated her like an unwanted child. As a young girl in the rural town of Nutbush, Tennessee, Anna Mae Bullock, the future Tina Turner, came from humble beginnings. Born to sharecroppers Floyd and Zelma Bullock, her early life was marked by the challenging reality of growing up in a household often fraught with tension. At just 10 years old, Tina experienced a turning point that would shape her emotionally. Her mother, Zelma, worn down by the relentless fighting with Floyd, left the family behind in search of a better life. The sudden absence of her mother left a young Tina heartbroken, and the emotional scars of abandonment would stay with her for years. Things took a darker turn when her father also decided to leave, forcing Tina and her older sister, Aline, to grow up quickly. The siblings found themselves in the care of their grandmother, who became a pivotal figure during their formative years. However, when their grandmother passed away, Tina and Aline, still just girls, had no choice but to relocate to St. Louis, where their estranged mother had settled. It was in St. Louis that the hardships of Tina's youth deepened. Despite reconnecting with her mother, the emotional distance remained, creating a complex and strained relationship. "It was just a fact that my parents didn't care that much for me," Turner told Rolling Stone in 1986. "See, my mother didn't want me in the first place. She had taken my father away from another girl, which is instant karma right there. She was in the process of leaving my father when she got pregnant with me." In St. Louis, Tina's teenage years took on a new rhythm. The city's thriving R&B scene became an outlet for her, and alongside her sister Aline, she began frequenting local clubs, soaking up the music and energy. Although just a teenager, Tina was already drawn to the intoxicating world of rhythm and blues. It was during one of these nights at the legendary Club Manhattan that her life took a dramatic turn. There, she encountered Ike Turner, a charismatic musician whose influence would soon steer her down a path that mixed professional success with deep personal trauma. She had her sister to blame for meeting Ike. There were plenty of reasons that could be blamed for Tina and Ike Turner's first meeting: fate, a stroke of bad luck, or even an unlucky omen. But in reality, it was her own sister, Aline, who set the wheels in motion. Aline worked as a barmaid at a popular R&B club in St. Louis, where Ike Turner's band, Kings of Rhythm, regularly performed. One evening, Tina found herself at the club watching the band play. In a spur-of-the-moment decision, the drummer handed her a microphone, and she started to sing along. Her voice caught everyone off guard, including Ike, who rushed over and exclaimed, "Girl, I didn't know you could sing." In a 1986 interview with Rolling Stone, Tina recalled how excited everyone was for her that night. Many of the club regulars knew her sister Aline, and they had heard stories about Tina's dreams of becoming a singer. That impromptu performance marked the beginning of her musical journey, and from that night on, she was officially part of the act. Ike quickly took Tina under his wing, showering her with clothes and jewelry to wear during performances. It was clear he had his own vision for her, already starting to shape her into the performer he wanted her to be. But despite his efforts, Tina wasn't immediately drawn to Ike on a personal level. In fact, she admitted in the Rolling Stone interview that her first impression of him was less than flattering. "I thought he was terribly ugly," she confessed. Ike Turner changed her name to Tina, so he could own her. Tina Turner wasn't always Tina. Born Anna Mae Bullock, she only adopted her famous name after she started singing regularly with Ike Turner. To Ike, Anna Mae didn't have the star power he wanted for his act. While recording a demo where Tina's voice was front and center, Ike decided they needed something more dynamic. That's when the Ike and Tina Turner Revue was born. In a 2013 interview with Oprah, Tina reflected on this pivotal moment, acknowledging Ike's cleverness in changing her name. "He was smart," she said, explaining that by renaming her, Ike felt he would have control over her career and, in a way, her identity. He made sure his name was always attached to hers for future recordings, not just because it sounded good, but because of his past experiences. Ike had previously helped others rise to fame, only to watch them sign their own record deals and leave him behind. Determined not to let that happen again, he tied himself to Tina's star, willing to go to great lengths to secure his place by her side. Tina Turner was forced to go to a brothel on her wedding night. In her 2018 memoir, My Love Story, a follow-up to 1986's Tina Turner opened up about her troubled marriage to Ike Turner, including their unconventional wedding in 1962. At just 22, Tina went with Ike to Tijuana, Mexico, for a rushed ceremony that was far from the romantic wedding she had dreamed of. In an attempt to keep the peace and avoid further abuse, she went along with Ike's plans. But what followed was a disturbing experience. After the ceremony, Ike took her to a live sex show at a brothel. Tina described the entire ordeal as deeply upsetting, recalling that she spent her wedding night on the verge of tears. In an interview with the Daily Mail, she confessed, "The experience was so disturbing that I suppressed it, scratched it out, and created a different scenario, a fantasy of romantic elopement." For years, Tina kept the humiliating details of her marriage hidden, too ashamed to reveal the truth. Ike Turner beat Tina with a shoe stretcher. In a 2013 interview with Oprah, Tina Turner opened up about the first time Ike Turner ever laid a hand on her. The incident happened after Tina had confided in one of Ike's colleagues about her reservations regarding their partnership, particularly her concerns about tying her name to his. When Ike found out, he confronted her under the pretense of wanting to talk. But the conversation quickly turned violent. He accused Tina of undermining him, grabbed a wooden shoe stretcher, and viciously beat her over the head with it. The attack left her stunned, but the ordeal didn't end there. After the beating, Ike ordered her into bed and then forced himself on her. In that moment, Tina recalled thinking, "You have really gotten yourself into something." Unfortunately, this was just the beginning of the relentless abuse she would endure. In her memoir, My Love Story, Tina detailed the horrifying extent of Ike's violence. On one occasion, he threw scalding hot coffee in her face, causing third-degree burns. Another time, he brutally beat her, shattering her jaw. Tina's life with Ike was marked by fear and cruelty, as he wielded power over her both personally and professionally, leaving her trapped in a cycle of torment. She lost all hope while married to Ike. In her 2018 memoir, My Love Story, Tina Turner revealed a deeply personal and shocking moment from her marriage to Ike Turner. She had reached such a dark place that she attempted to end her life. The constant abuse, manipulation, and emotional turmoil had driven her to a point where she saw no other way out. Tina recalled going to a doctor, claiming she was struggling to sleep and was prescribed sleeping pills. That night, in a desperate attempt to end her pain, she swallowed 50 of them, fully intending to leave her troubled life with Ike behind for good. This wasn't a mere cry for help, as she explained in the memoir. It was a genuine wish to escape the hell she was living in. When she awoke in the hospital, she was disappointed, realizing that her attempt had failed. But instead of comfort or concern from Ike, she was met with callous cruelty. His response to her suicide attempt was chilling. "You should die." These words, coming from the man responsible for so much of her suffering, left a scar as deep as any physical injury. Although she had survived, Tina's struggle with her inner demons didn't simply vanish. However, the experience marked a turning point. Despite her unhappiness at waking up, Tina came to believe that her survival was a sign that she had a greater purpose, that she was meant to be alive. From that moment, she never attempted to end her life again. And though her life with Ike continued to be filled with abuse, this event planted a small seed of resilience that would eventually help her break free. All hell broke loose when she filed for divorce from Ike. In 1976, after years of suffering under Ike Turner's abusive control, Tina Turner made the bold decision to flee, taking with her nothing but 36 cents and a mobile gas card. She had endured so much physical and emotional pain by this point that she knew she had to leave, no matter how little she had. Swollen from Ike's recent beatings and deeply in debt, she didn't even bother grabbing her wigs or any belongings. She simply walked out, desperate for freedom. As recounted in a 2019 New York Times profile, her escape led her to a Dallas Ramada Inn, where she pleaded with the manager for a room. Moved by her plight, he gave her shelter. At the time, Ike and Tina were still touring together, which made her decision even riskier. Although breaking free offered immense relief, it didn't mean her troubles were over. Promoters who had invested in their shows began suing Tina, hoping to recoup their losses from canceled performances and unmet obligations. Meanwhile, Ike was relentless in his retaliation. In her memoir, My Love Story, Tina revealed that after she filed for divorce, Ike would send his goons to harass and intimidate her. One terrifying night, they even fired bullets into the home where she had found refuge. The constant fear drove Tina to extreme measures. Some nights, she was so terrified that she would sleep in a closet to feel safer, unsure if she'd wake up to more violence. Yet despite the terror and uncertainty, she remained determined to stay free from Ike, even if it meant starting over with nothing but her own will to survive. Tina Turner lost her son. Tragically. Before marrying Ike Turner, Tina Turner had a relationship with Raymond Hill, the saxophonist from Ike's band, Kings of Rhythm. During their time together, Tina became pregnant and decided to keep the child, even though she knew her relationship with Raymond wasn't going to last. Their son, Craig, was born, and later adopted by Ike after he and Tina married in 1962. Tragically, in 2018, Craig Turner was found dead at the age of 59 in his Studio City, California home. The Los Angeles Medical Examiner's Office determined that Craig had died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, leaving his family devastated. In an interview with BBC News, Tina expressed her shock, saying that as far as she knew, Craig had been in a good place both professionally and personally. He was working in real estate and had just begun a new romantic relationship. According to Tina, Craig had told her that he'd never felt this way about a woman before, and he seemed genuinely happy. However, looking back on their last few conversations, Tina noted subtle changes in his behavior, small signs that she didn't recognize as potential warnings until after his death. Tina, along with close family and friends, gathered to scatter Craig's ashes along the California coast, a bittersweet farewell to her firstborn. In a heartfelt tweet sent at 3 a.m. on July 27, 2018, Tina wrote, "He will always be my baby," capturing the deep grief she felt over his loss. Ike Turner had zero remorse about beating Tina. In a 1985 Spin magazine feature, Ike Turner was dismissive when asked about the long-standing accusations that he had beaten Tina during their marriage. "It's years ago that I had a temper. I don't regret nothing I've ever done. Absolutely nothing," Ike remarked. "Yeah, I hit her, but I didn't hit her more than the average guy beats his wife." Throughout the interview, Ike's ego was on full display as he took credit for making Tina into a sex symbol, claiming it was his styling that elevated her image. He also casually admitted to being unfaithful, confirming that Tina had every reason to believe he was sleeping around because, in his words, he definitely was. When Ike Turner passed away in 2007 from a cocaine overdose, as ruled by the San Diego Medical Examiner's Office, the NY Post made headlines with the harsh title, "Ike Beats Tina to Death." In response to his death, Tina's representative released a brief statement. "Tina hasn't had any contact with Ike in more than 30 years. No further comment will be made." The statement underscored the emotional and physical distance Tina had maintained from Ike after their tumultuous relationship. She once had a nasty feud with Elton John. In his 2019 autobiography, Me, Elton John opens up about an unexpected feud between him and Tina Turner that dates back to 1997. The two had been planning a joint tour, but things quickly fell apart. According to Elton, Tina called him out over the phone, criticizing everything from his piano playing to his wardrobe. One of her most memorable digs, as Elton recalls, was, "You wear too much Versace and it makes you look fat." Elton went on to reveal that tensions escalated during rehearsals for the tour, which never materialized. He claims Tina was not only rude to his band, but also to him, accusing him of playing her iconic song, "Proud Mary," incorrectly. Frustrated, Elton allegedly fired back, telling her to stick her FG song up her AE before storming out. As surprising as this story may seem, it's not entirely out of the blue. Reports from other outlets, including the New York Post, confirmed that the feud didn't end there. The two clashed again during rehearsals for VH1's Divas Live 99, once again sparked by Tina's dissatisfaction with Elton's piano playing. Tina Turner gave up performing in 2009. In 2009, Tina Turner embarked on her Tina 50th Anniversary Tour, a celebration of her remarkable career that concluded with a final performance at Sheffield Arena on May 5th. The last song of the night was "Be Tender With Me Baby" from her 1989 album Foreign Affair. This tour was her first in 8 years and was a massive success, grossing $130 million. Reflecting on the tour during an interview with Graham Norton on BBC Radio 2, Tina shared, "We had the greatest show. It was really wonderful. But the next day, I took a deep breath and said, 'This is it. I'm not going back for anything.'" Tina explained to Norton that she had been performing since her 20s and continued to do so until she was 70. Her life had revolved around singing and dancing, leaving little room for a personal life. By the end of the tour, she was simply exhausted and ready to embrace a quieter, more normal existence at home. Tina Turner converted to Buddhism. Shortly after her suicide attempt, Tina Turner discovered Buddhism, a practice that would profoundly impact her life. In a 2020 interview with USA Today, she shared, "Several people suggested I try chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo and explore Buddhist principles. As I learned more, I found the philosophy incredibly helpful. It made perfect sense to me." She emphasized, "Buddhism literally saved my life, and I've been happily chanting every day for about 50 years now." In a 2018 conversation with Buddhist publication World Tribune, Tina elaborated on how chanting had positively transformed her life. She said, "Chanting changed my life for the better. I've left behind a significant body of work as a rock singer, and I've made it clear that my spiritual practice played a crucial role." During the toughest periods of her life, she would chant for 4 hours a day, morning, evening, and sometimes during the day when needed. While Tina continued to chant daily, she admitted to reducing her practice over time. She explained, "The practice is intended to start with twice a day, once in the morning and once before bed." She turned down a major lead movie role. After her appearance in the 1975 film Tommy, Tina Turner took a decade-long break from the big screen, before making a memorable return as the fierce auntie entity in 1985's Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. As NME reported, Turner underwent a dramatic transformation for the role, including shaving her head to fit her character's wig and donning a 70-pound costume crafted from various soldered materials. Interestingly, Hot Cars revealed that Turner didn't actually drive the vehicles in her scenes because all the movie's cars had manual transmissions, while she was only familiar with automatics. In a 1997 interview on Larry King Live, Tina Turner explained why she turned down the role in The Color Purple that eventually went to Whoopi Goldberg. She admitted that the character's experience of abuse was too close to her own past. "I had just left such a life," she said, "and it was too soon to revisit those memories." Although she was flattered by Steven Spielberg's offer, she felt it wasn't the right time for her to take on that role. Turner expressed no regrets about her decision. Tina Turner's life story was the focus of a Broadway musical. Tina Turner's next major film appearance came in the 1992 release of What's Love Got to Do with It? Although Turner herself didn't star in the film, Angela Bassett took on the role of the singer and earned an Oscar nomination for her performance. Based on Turner's autobiography, I, Tina, the biopic was a hit with both critics and audiences. The Los Angeles Times described it as a high-energy mixture of spectacular music, vigorous acting, and cliched situations, calling it a rough and rowdy fairy tale with a feminist subtext. The film was a commercial success, grossing a solid $39 million at the box office. But the film wasn't the only adaptation of Turner's life story. In 2018, the stage musical Tina, the Tina Turner Musical debuted on London's West End, and it made its way to Broadway in 2019. Turner made a surprise appearance at the Broadway opening, delivering an emotional speech. "This musical is my life, but it's like poison that turned to medicine," she told the audience, according to People. "I can never be as happy as I am now." The show garnered 12 Tony nominations, including Best Musical. She had to relearn how to walk after a 2013 stroke. Just weeks after the Broadway debut of Tina, the Tina Turner Musical, Tina Turner took to social media to mark a significant milestone. In a video posted on Twitter, she cheerfully announced, "Yes, I'm 80. Reflecting on her life, she admitted with a laugh, "How did I think I would be at 80? Not like this. I look great." Turner also shared that despite facing serious health challenges, she felt as though she was getting a second chance at life. In her 2018 memoir, My Love Story, Turner candidly discussed her health battles. The Evening Standard reported that she detailed her experiences with a stroke in 2013 and a subsequent diagnosis of intestinal cancer in 2016. In a 2018 interview with Oprah Winfrey, Turner revealed that she initially dismissed doctors' warnings about the stroke's impact on her mobility as bull crap, only to be shocked when she fell to the floor trying to get out of bed. Undeterred by the setback, Turner resolved to overcome the challenge. "No," she told herself, "I'm going to will myself to relearn how to walk." She reassured Oprah, "But you know, I wasn't depressed about it ever. I was just determined to fix it." Tina Turner holds an impressive Guinness World Record. As Billboard noted, Tina Turner's 1984 album, Private Dancer, marked her dramatic return to rock superstardom. The album not only delivered her first top 40 hits as a solo artist, but also produced her first number. One single, What's Love Got to Do with It? Additionally, it spent an impressive 39 weeks in the top 10 of the Billboard 200 chart. The success of Private Dancer launched Turner into the stratosphere of music history, making her one of the biggest touring acts ever. According to her bio for Tina, the Tina Turner Musical, Turner holds the Guinness World Record for selling more concert tickets than any other solo performer. Her last major tour, Tina, The 50th anniversary tour in the late 2000s was a 2-hour celebration of her career. The Hollywood Reporter noted that during a performance at Los Angeles' Staples Center, even though Turner, then approaching 69, might not have moved like she used to, her indomitable spirit and iconic legs were still very much present. She met her future second husband in an airport. After her divorce from Ike Turner, Tina Turner had firmly decided against remarrying. However, a serendipitous encounter in a German airport turned her life upside down. In HBO's 2021 documentary, Tina recounts how she met her future husband, Erwin Bach, a Swiss music executive who was sent by her manager to pick her up at Dusseldorf Airport. "He was 16 years younger than me," Tina recalled. "He was 30 at the time and had the most stunning face. It was almost surreal." She continued, "I thought to myself, where did he come from? He was so incredibly good-looking that my heart started racing, and I felt like my soul had recognized his. My hands were trembling." Despite their immediate connection, Tina and Erwin took their time. They were together for 27 years before marrying in 2013. In a 2005 interview with O, the Oprah magazine, Tina explained her reluctance to marry again. "People often ask me why I don't get married. I have love, I have a good life, I don't need to complicate it with marriage." Tina Turner relinquished her U.S. citizenship. Although Tina Turner is often seen as a symbol of American music, her life has been firmly rooted in Switzerland for quite some time. As Forbes highlighted, Turner has called Zurich home since 1995, living there with her now husband, Erwin Bach. In a significant move in 2013, Turner chose to become a Swiss citizen and relinquished her American citizenship. This transition was formalized when she visited the U.S. Embassy in Switzerland to sign a statement of voluntary relinquishment of U.S. citizenship. Turner and Bach reside in a beautiful home known as Chateau Algonquin, situated along the picturesque shore of Lake Zurich. Their residence is managed by Didier, an enormously tall Swiss man who serves as their major domo. In a 2019 interview with the New York Times, Turner humorously recounted her initial desire to live in a castle, only to rethink it upon realizing just how enormous they are. Her second husband saved her life by donating a kidney. In her 2018 memoir, My Love Story, Tina Turner opened up about a profound and life-saving gesture from her partner, Erwin Bach. By 2016, Turner's untreated high blood pressure had caused significant damage to her kidneys, leaving her with a stark choice between regular dialysis or a kidney transplant. In a poignant excerpt shared by the Daily Mail, Turner described her desperation as she faced this critical crossroads. It was during this time of uncertainty that Bach, her partner of many years, made an extraordinary offer. Despite Turner's initial reluctance, Bach proposed to donate one of his kidneys to her. Turner was taken aback and initially discouraged him, concerned about the risk to his own health and future. He was a young man. Why should he take such a risk to give an older woman a few extra years? She questioned, fearing that if something went wrong with his remaining kidney, it could jeopardize his own well-being. However, Bach's determination was unwavering. He proceeded with the donation, and the transplant surgery was a success. In her memoir, Turner reflected on the profound impact of Bach's gift, noting that they emerged from the experience even closer than before. "We're both still here, closer than we ever imagined, and that's cause for celebration," she wrote. In a subsequent interview with the New York Times, Bach reaffirmed his commitment, stating, "And I would do it again." Tina Turner's net worth is shocking. Tina Turner's 1984 album, Private Dancer, was a pivotal moment in her career, catapulting her to unprecedented levels of fame and success. This album not only revived her career, but also set her on a path to superstardom. According to her bio for Tina the Tina Turner musical, Turner has sold over 200 million albums and singles worldwide, cementing her status as one of the best-selling female artists in music history. The success of Private Dancer also marked Turner as a major touring force. Her 1996 Wildest Dreams tour alone generated an impressive $100 million in ticket sales. The following decade, her 24/7 tour in 2000 earned $80 million, while her 2008 Tina 50th anniversary tour, which was her final tour before retirement, grossed over $84 million. With such an extensive catalog of music and record-breaking tour revenues, it's no surprise that Tina Turner's net worth is estimated at a staggering $250 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth. Turner's attitude toward her wealth was candidly captured in an interview with 60 Minutes correspondent Mike Wallace during a visit to her villa in southern France. When Wallace asked if she felt she deserved her immense success, Turner replied with characteristic confidence, "I deserve even more," reflecting her belief in her continued worth and achievements. Mansion in Los Angeles. Nestled in the View Park neighborhood of Los Angeles is a home steeped in music history, the former residence of Tina and Ike Turner. Purchased by the iconic couple in 1964, this four-bedroom house played host to both their professional successes and personal struggles. Built in 1956, the 3,000-square-foot residence exudes a distinct 1970s charm, with interiors featuring vintage velvet that evoke an era defined by soulful music and dynamic personalities. One of the standout features of the home was its family room, which once boasted a serene waterfall with koi fish, adding a touch of tranquility to the Turners' otherwise bustling lives. The property also includes a circular driveway, a glamorous detail that once welcomed some of the biggest names in music, enhancing the home's storied past. The house's historical significance extends beyond its role in the Turners' lives. In 1993, it served as a key filming location for the biographical film What's Love Got to Do with It?, which portrays Tina Turner's remarkable journey and the highs and lows of her career. In September of a recent year, this piece of musical history was listed with a controlled entry price of $999,000. This offer presents a rare opportunity for music enthusiasts and history aficionados to own a tangible piece of the Turners' legacy. The property continues to captivate with its blend of rich history and timeless elegance. Car collection. Tina Turner's car collection was a testament to her refined taste and appreciation for luxury. Among her prized possessions was the Aston Martin DB5, a car synonymous with elegance and sophistication. This iconic model, made famous by its association with James Bond, is celebrated for its classic design and impressive performance. Powered by a robust six-cylinder engine, the DB5's sleek lines and refined style made it a symbol of high status during its heyday. Tina's choice of the Aston Martin DB5 reflected her impeccable taste and affinity for timeless automotive masterpieces. Equally notable in her collection was the Mercedes-Benz G-Class, commonly known as the G-Wagon. This luxury SUV is renowned for its rugged design and exceptional off-road capabilities. The G-Class combines a powerful engine with a high-end interior, offering both opulence and practicality. By including the Mercedes-Benz G-Class in her collection, Turner demonstrated her appreciation for not only luxury but also functionality, choosing a vehicle that merged style with substance perfectly. In Tina Turner's impressive car collection, several standout models reflect her exquisite taste and diverse preferences. Among them is the Jaguar XJS, a true emblem of British automotive elegance. The XJS, crafted by the esteemed British automaker Jaguar, is known for its sophisticated design and impressive performance. This grand tourer captured the essence of luxury with its sleek lines and powerful engine, making it a favorite among enthusiasts. Turner's ownership of the Jaguar XJS showcases her appreciation for classic British motoring and a nod to the rich heritage of automotive craftsmanship. Adding a bold and adventurous twist to her collection is the Lamborghini LM002, a distinctive luxury SUV that broke the mold of Lamborghini's traditional sports cars. Nicknamed the Rambo Lambo, this vehicle stands out with its formidable V12 engine and rugged military-inspired design. The LM002's off-road capability and extravagant flair reflect Turner's fearless spirit and her willingness to embrace the unconventional side of high-end automobiles. Completing her collection is the iconic Jaguar E-Type, a car celebrated for its timeless beauty and remarkable performance. Produced by Jaguar in the 1960s, the E-Type is often hailed as one of the most stunning cars ever created. Its captivating design and classic appeal have made it a symbol of automotive excellence. Tina Turner's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. Tina Turner, often hailed as the Queen of Rock and Roll, was initially inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1991. At that time, the honor was shared with her first husband, Ike Turner, recognizing their contributions as a musical duo. Despite the accolade, Tina chose not to attend the ceremony. As reported by Jet, she expressed her gratitude but felt emotionally unprepared to revisit the U.S. and fully engage in the celebration as she wished. It wasn't until 2021 that Tina received solo recognition from the Hall of Fame. This time, the ceremony was conducted by Angela Bassett, who had famously portrayed Tina in the 1993 biopic What's Love Got to Do with It? The event featured heartfelt tributes from artists such as H.E.R. and Keith Urban, who performed It's Only Love, and Christina Aguilera, who delivered a powerful rendition of River Deep Mountain High. Tina, watching from Switzerland, appeared via video message. She described the occasion as really special and humorously remarked, "If they are still giving me awards at 81, I must have done something right." She sold her song catalog for millions. Throughout her illustrious career, Tina Turner amassed an impressive array of hits. Now that she has retired, she has made a significant move by selling the rights to her most iconic songs to BMG for a substantial sum. As reported by BBC News in 2021, insiders revealed that Turner would receive over $50 million for her music catalog. Reflecting on the deal, Turner expressed her satisfaction with the arrangement, stating, "Like any artist, the protection of my life's work, my musical inheritance, is something personal. I am confident that with BMG and Warner Music, my work is in professional and reliable hands." Hartwig Masuch of BMG assured that Turner's albums would be treated with the utmost respect, emphasizing the seriousness and diligence with which they would handle the song rights. While Turner has relinquished her copyrights, it doesn't necessarily mean she will release new music. In a 2019 interview with the New York Times, she confirmed, "I don't sing. I don't dance. I don't dress up," effectively closing the door on future tours. Nonetheless, she follows a trend seen among other legendary artists. For example, Bob Dylan sold his entire catalog of 600 songs to Universal in 2020 for an estimated $300 million, highlighting a growing trend of aging stars capitalizing on their musical legacies as they wind down their careers. Tina Turner insured her legs for how much? Over the years, Tina Turner became renowned for several signature traits: her powerful voice, electrifying stage presence, and her iconic look. Integral to her star persona were the short stage costumes she wore, which highlighted her stunning dance moves and showcased her legs. This distinctive feature of her performance style even led her to become the face of a Hanes hosiery campaign in the 1990s. Reflecting her high regard for her physical assets, Turner insured her legs for an impressive $3.2 million as reported by The Richest. Despite their prominence in her public image, Turner had her own insecurities about her legs. In a candid moment with Oprah Winfrey, Turner admitted to feeling self-conscious about her long limbs, comparing them to those of a pony. Further exploring her childhood anxieties, Turner revealed in a 2020 interview with The Guardian that she once disliked the way her legs looked. She humorously reflected, "I didn't really care for the way I looked, especially how my legs looked, which is funny now because I became almost as famous for my legs as for my talent." This evolution from insecurity to iconic status underscores the remarkable journey of Tina Turner's legendary career. Did Tina Turner ever forgive Ike for what he did to her? In a revealing 2019 profile by the New York Times, Tina Turner opened up about her complex feelings toward her ex-husband, Ike Turner, reflecting on the deep scars left by their tumultuous relationship. She candidly admitted that she wasn't sure if she could ever fully forgive Ike for everything he had done to her, but added, "He's dead, so I don't have to worry about him anymore." This frank statement seemed to close the chapter on a painful part of her life. However, many were surprised when, during the 2018 debut of Tina, the musical in London, Turner stepped on stage during the curtain call and addressed the actor portraying Ike, saying, "I forgive you." It was a powerful moment that led some to believe she had softened her stance on forgiveness. Despite that emotional gesture, Tina's views on forgiving Ike have fluctuated in recent years. In a 2018 interview with People, she described how, as an older person, she had found some level of forgiveness. "I do forgive him," she said, but added a crucial caveat. "He was the type of person you could never forgive and let back in." She elaborated further, stating that it's all gone, all forgotten, though she admitted wondering if she was still holding something back, given the immense trauma she had endured. After decades of physical and emotional abuse at Ike's hands, it's no surprise that the complexities of forgiveness might linger, as the shadows of those painful memories remain deeply etched into her past. Death. Tina Turner's challenges extended beyond her physical health. She also candidly spoke about discovering she had dyslexia, a condition that brought her feelings of shame but never overshadowed her extraordinary accomplishments. Sadly, on May 24, 2023, the world lost the legendary artist when she passed away at her home in Küsnacht, Switzerland, at the age of 83. Her death marked the end of a life filled with groundbreaking musical achievements and immense personal strength. After a private funeral, her body was cremated, and the news of her passing sent ripples of grief through the entertainment industry and beyond. Countless fellow artists paid tribute to the icon, highlighting her profound influence on music and culture. Tributes came from public figures across various fields, including model Naomi Campbell, and prominent stars in film and television such as Oprah Winfrey, Angela Bassett, Jennifer Lewis, Forrest Whitaker, and Bette Midler. Political leaders also honored her memory, with statements from U.S. President Joe Biden, former Presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton, and Swiss President Alain Berset. Even King Charles III honored her legacy, allowing her signature song to be performed during the changing of the guard in her tribute. In a heartwarming and unique gesture, the Junior Common Room of St. Cuthbert Society at Durham University granted Turner honorary afterlife membership, a testament to the profound and lasting impact she had on people and institutions worldwide. Tina Turner's legacy, both in music and as a symbol of resilience, will continue to inspire generations to come. Social activities. Throughout her extraordinary career, Tina Turner became a beacon of inspiration and a powerful force for change, leaving a lasting impact on causes close to her heart. One of the most significant aspects of her advocacy was her brave stance against domestic violence. Drawing from her own painful experiences of abuse during her relationship with Ike Turner, she emerged as a strong advocate for survivors. By sharing her story openly, Turner became a symbol of resilience and hope, offering strength and encouragement to countless individuals facing the trauma of domestic abuse. Turner's commitment to social change extended beyond domestic violence. She was also a passionate advocate for women's empowerment. Through her music, electrifying performances, and candid interviews, she encouraged women to break free from societal limitations, stand up for themselves, and chase their dreams in a male-dominated world. Her unwavering support for women's rights resonated deeply, inspiring many to embrace their inner strength and pursue their true potential. As an African-American artist, Tina Turner broke through racial barriers in the music industry, defying stereotypes and advocating for racial equality. With her success and visibility, she spoke out against discrimination and racism, contributing to the broader conversation about the importance of inclusivity and equal opportunities. During the AIDS crisis of the 1980s, Turner took an active role in raising awareness about HIV/AIDS. She participated in benefit concerts and campaigns, using her platform to educate the public about the disease and raise funds for research, showcasing her commitment to addressing urgent health issues. Philanthropy was another key element of Turner's legacy. Her generosity touched various charitable causes, including children's health, education, and efforts to combat poverty. Beyond her performances, Turner dedicated time and resources to making a meaningful impact in the lives of those in need. She also had a deep passion for environmental conservation, advocating for sustainable practices and encouraging her fans and the public to take action to protect the planet. Turner exemplified the importance of individual responsibility in preserving the environment for future generations. In addition, Turner was a strong advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, standing firmly against discrimination. She used her influence to promote acceptance, love, and equality for all, regardless of sexual orientation or gender identity. In a time when such advocacy often faced opposition, Turner's support helped pave the way for a more inclusive and compassionate society. That brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed learning more about Tina Turner. If you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for updates.